Welcome to Shar Stories. Stories to help you renew your mind. This story is about my grandmother and Reverend Boyd. This takes place in the late 50s. I'm a preteen and I'm laying on the church carpet between the pews at night. It's dark, trying to sleep, but the holy rollers are making so much noise they could wake up the dead, so to speak. The church doors are locked until a certain amount of money is raised. And I know because I rattled them earlier as I was wandering around the church looking for a spot to sleep. My grandmother's in a long line to give money to the immortal Reverend Boyd. That was the title of his biography, Immortal. And then they all were in that line to hear a 3-digit number that he was going to whisper in their ear. All the 100 or more people were there to maximize their talents, their money, the worldly way, by playing the 3-digit number in the illegal street numbers. The legal lottery wouldn't start in Detroit until about 10 years later. All the next week, after everybody had heard those little 3-digit numbers, the party lines would be buzzing to see if any family or friends had hit. All it took was for one person to collect a little bit of money and the church line would fill up for the next go round with Reverend Boyd the next week. The people prayed that God would let their numbers hit, and they played their 3-digit numbers in all combinations. So if Reverend Boyd gave you a 3-digit number, then what you could do is that you could, and if it's 3 different digits, you play it in combinations, and they're called being playing it in a box. And then there was 6 different combinations. And Reverend Boyd, I think, was giving out random numbers because to that many people, somebody was certain to have a hit. And he had a regular line that was going on there. And oh, by the way, the immortal Reverend Boyd, he died in 1989. So much for immortal. But the point of the story is that the way to maximize our talents is the biblical way, to follow Jehovah's plan that is detailed in Deuteronomy 28. And basically what it is, that he will bless those that obey him. And so if you read those first 14 verses, you'll see all the many blessings that he has in store for us. He wants to bless us more than we want to be blessed. In Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 2, it says, "It shall come to pass, if thou wilt diligently hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God." Let's hearken to his voice. Thank you for listening. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.